invite your colleagues, invite everybody. All right, let's invite people. Go ahead and tag them. Welcome, 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 everyone. Thank you for joining today on Market Faith Online. All right, we're just going to wait for people for maybe about a minute or a minute and a half, and then we'll dive right in. It's our last broadcast for the year. All right. I don't know how I'm feeling about it, but hey, we're broadcasted. We're going to come back next year by the second or the third week in January. We're going to communicate when all of that will happen on Instagram, on our social media platforms. All right. But yeah, it's. I'm excited about the holidays. I'm excited about taking a break. I want to say a very Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year in advance to you and your lovely, lovely, lovely families. And I'm praying that the best of this season will be your experience by the grace of God. So thank you so much for joining me for this very last broadcast for the year 2021. We are back in 2022 with more exciting content and things that will help your business. All right? Awesome, 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 awesome. Super delighted, super delighted. As you can tell, I'm very excited. I don't know what I'm excited about the most, but I'm excited. All right? I'm excited. That helps me now. Oh, Michelle, you're the God of awesome wonder. I tasted of your power. Woo! Awesome, awesome, amazing. It's good to have you here today. Thank you for joining me on this broadcast. As we close out for the year 2021, we're going to resume again in the middle of January 2022. On behalf of myself and everybody on my team, I want to say a big thank you to you for always being there, for being a part of our videos, for liking the videos and all those types of things. Thank you so much. When we started out this thing this year, we weren't sure how it was going to turn out. We weren't sure how people were going to respond. But the response has been phenomenal. The feedback has been amazing. The testimonials have been awesome. They've been absolutely incredible. So I want to say thank you to you for really being a part of this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Now, today I want to conclude what we started talking about last week when we started talking about breaking barriers in a new year or in a new season. What exactly should you be thinking about doing to break barriers in a new season? All right. And last week we started out by looking, I said to them, and like I always share with the members of our community, that there are two legs to these things, right? There's a spiritual side and there's a natural side. The natural side, the principles and all those things. There's a spiritual side as well, right? Where God does amazing and incredible things, speaks a word to you. And if you didn't watch the video, I want to ask you to please go ahead and watch the video of last week, broadcast. It's there on YouTube. Our channel is at Marketfaith.Online. So just go on YouTube and type in Market Faith as one word. Marketfaith.Online is probably going to be one of the top 2 or 3 searches that you will find. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed. Some of you don't know that we have a YouTube channel. We actually do. We have maybe about 300 people on that channel as well. So it's been an incredible year. God has been faithful. And so today, what I want to do is talk about the second part and, share with you a few things that you can do in practical terms, right? Of course, nothing I say here will apply 100%, but the idea is for it to be broad enough so that you can understand, you have options in terms of what you do, and also specific enough so that you can, take the practical step in your own context and do what you need to do. Listen, as people who are sharing content and information, this is the best we can do. We can share with you, we can help you see and help you understand. But taking the action is your responsibility and you need to do that. So let's go right into this. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that, look, when it comes to building, when you want to break barriers in a new year or in a new season, right? One of the first things I always encourage people to do is to ensure that their back end is working and their back end is functional. And what does that mean? It talks about building systems that will support your growth. When you look at the foundation of a building, when you look at every building, the foundation is what supports the growth of the system, right? So if the foundation is weak, there's nothing you put on top of it, it's going to come crumbling down. If the foundation is not strong, no matter how much effort you put in, as a matter of fact, depending on how weak the foundation is, you may not be able to complete the building before it comes down. That's why I want to talk about the foundation, which is building systems and putting things in place, right? You need to build systems that will support the growth that you are looking for. So here's the first thing. One of the things we've said is that everyone should 10x their goals for the year 2022. Whatever you've done up until now, the highest year in the last 10 years, pick that year. If you made 100 million, multiply it by 10 so that next year you are believing God for $1 billion, right? That's the idea, and that's what we've encouraged everyone to do. I know that not everybody will do it, okay? But listen, if you want to see and optimize your year, I want to really encourage you to go ahead and do that. So when you do that, the first thing is, what systems am I going to need to support this type of growth? Many of us don't understand that whenever you see a business that is doing $1 billion, there's a powerful infrastructure that is backing that business. Otherwise, it's not going to be sustainable. It's going to be a flash in the pan, the money will disappear, and everything will be gone. So build systems. Now, what does that mean, right? Number one, think about it. How many people do you need to hire? If you've been running your business without an accountant prior to now, you need to think about hiring an accountant. If you've been running your business without a proper sales team, you need to think about hiring a sales team. You need to think about investing in marketing. You need to put structures in place within your organization that will support your growth. The reason why is this. Let me say this to you, and let me say this clearly. No one single human being can successfully run a business, right, that is doing like $1 billion naira, which is probably about $2.5 million every year. It's very difficult, right? You need people, and you need to bring on board people. You need to have a strong team, people who are great at what they do and they can deliver results. So you need to put systems in place. When you're putting systems in place, one of the things it will do for you is that it will make you disciplined. When you have the right system, your money has where it is going before it arrives, right? Your money shouldn't go into your pocket, and you must resist the urge to spend because, especially when you start seeing the first set of results, you want to go to town, you want to do this, you want to do that, and you want to do all sorts of things. Listen to me, you must resist the urge. But the only way to resist the urge is to put systems in place that ensures that when the money comes, you are not tempted. So in other words, just imagine that maybe, for some people, you've put together a board in your business. Maybe that's what your business needs for the next level, right? And your board knows that this money has come in. They will not allow you to touch that money because you have to put in place the appropriate corporate governance that helps you to be disciplined. And the reason why that discipline is important is because that's the only way you can get the funding required to grow, because you need money to grow. That is the absolute truth. All right. So put systems in place. That's the first thing for you to think about doing in your business. Because if you want a business that does $1 billion, what kind of structure supports that type of business, and how can you put it in place? Very, very important. The second one is on yourself. When it talks to putting systems in place and that will support, and yourself in terms of mental conditioning and the mindset that you have, right? I'm going to talk about this again, as the last point. But I want you to practice meditation 15 minutes every day. Think through it and think through your day, think through your week. Just think through that. What do I want today to look like, and how do I want to respond today? Very, very important. I'm going to come back to that, but let's move on, right? The second thing is this: put in 10 times more effort. Put in 10 times more effort. If prior to now you were spending maybe about 10,000 on marketing, you need to start spending 100,000. You need to put in 10 times more effort, right? If you normally get one customer a month, you need to look for ways to get 10. This effort is probably the biggest and the most important factor in getting results in a new season, right? Your effort needs to be greater than the effort you have put in before. One of the ways your effort can be greater is that you leverage the power of other people, which is why I talk about building systems, right? If you need to get 10 more customers, normally you add one every month. Now you need 10, right? You alone may not be able to get that 10. You may need addition of at least 2 more people to bring three while you get 4, right? And you can add 10 customers every month, right? But you need to put in 10 times more effort. You need to put in 10 times more effort. You need to work harder, you need to work smarter, right, than what you have done prior to now. Some of you have been very lackadaisical with your marketing. You need to give it more effort. 10 times more effort means that maybe throughout last year you didn't attend any training. Think about it. How are you going to attend one every month in the year 2022? You never attended networking sessions, but they are vital to your business. How are you going to attend 5 or 7 in the year 2022? What that means is you need to put yourself a little bit more out there so that you can know that the events that are taking place and you can participate. It's about putting in more effort. That's what it's about. So the first thing, like I said, is to build systems that will support you. The second thing is put in more effort, right? And your 10x effort, right, will be along key areas: people, activities, some of the things that you're doing, right? The third thing is this: invest in yourself. There is a way you have been doing business prior to now, which is why you are at the level that you are. If you want a new level, right, you need to invest in yourself. One of the things I'm trying to do personally is to attend a course in Stanford University in the year 2022. Why? I've never attended that type of a course before. It's going to cost me a lot of money, right? 10 times probably what I've ever spent on myself on training before. But guess what? That is the plan, and that is what I'm hoping to do in the year 2022. Why? I'm believing God for 10 times more. So I need to build my capacity 10 times more. I need to, interact with people whose minds are thinking at a frequency that is far greater than mine, right? And all those types of things, right? You need to put in 10 times more effort. You need to invest in training and learning and development. How many conferences are you traveling for next year? How many conferences are you attending online? How many courses are you attending online, right? You need to put in 10x times more effort. And as you're investing in yourself, invest in your team. Invest in your team. Take a course, build relationships, find a mentor for your team members, right? And this mentor should support your 10x goal. When you tell your mentor that you're trying to do 10 times more, they shouldn't be trying to discourage you. They should find a way to be encouraging, right? Because I want them to see that you want to put in massive effort, right? So take a course. Let your people take a course as well, right? If you have a designer on your team, let them take a course on designing. Let them take a course on product development, right? If you have a developer on your team, let them take a course on UI UX design. Everybody can get better. The better the people, the better the organization. The better the people, the better the organization. And those people start with you as the leader of that organization. The better the leader, the better the people. The better the leader, the better the organization. I have a friend every year goes to Harvard, to attend one course or the other. Recently, he was doing some things in his business, and I'm like, where is this guy getting all this mind from? But it's no surprise, because for the last 3 or 4 years, every year he's been going to Harvard. Right? I know that some people think that those things are overrated, but listen to me, there is a reason why people pay money to go to those places. So before you criticize, understand that first. Attend first and see that, oh, there's no value here. Then you can start saying that people should not attend. So number one, right, we put in systems. Number two, put in massive effort, 10 times more effort. Number three, invest in yourself and your team, learning and development. Now the fourth thing I want to say to you is this: listen, I want to plead with you, have a great attitude in the year 2022. The attitude that you need to have has to be the attitude of positivity. Listen, tell yourself and everybody around you, no negative energy in the year 2022. Anybody that gives you negative energy, cut them off like a plague. Cut them off like a cancer, because they will infect you and you will not be able to do much. Listen, right? When joy is out of you and you don't have joy in the things that you are doing, you cannot produce great ideas. Great ideas come from a place of rest. Great ideas come from a place of joy. Great ideas come from a place where you have a great attitude and disposition towards life. Everybody that I know today that is successful has a fantastic attitude. No matter what people do to them, they are always smiling. They are always looking at the positive side of life. Why? In life, good and bad are happening at the same time. What you focus on becomes your atmosphere. In life, good and bad happens at the same time. Anyone that is smiling is not because there are things not good, there aren't things that aren't going well, but they've chosen, right, to focus on the great things. One of my mentors was going through a significant challenge in his business at some point. His international partners were threatening to pull out. He was being audited and all those types of things. And I didn't know, until, after, I knew, but until after a while, and I had interacted with him while all this were going on sometime before that. And while I was interacting with him, listen to me, I could not tell that anything was wrong. He was his usual jovial self. You would not know that he was being threatened, and the threat was so significant, it was almost like they were going to take away his company, right? But he was not, he was unshaken, he was unmoved, right? So when I later realized and I asked him, how did you do it? He said, listen, what's the point, of being sad? Why should I carry it on my face and all of that? Many of us are not like that. We carry those things on our faces. We have a bad attitude. We radiate damaging energy, poor energy, and we bring down the energy in the room. Listen, I want to encourage you. Anyone that will not match up to your energy levels in 2022, consider placing them in a different place. They don't need to be where you are. So listen, joy creates an environment for even God to work. And it is important that you don't wear your challenges on your sleeves. Let the joy be a function of what God has done. Every morning, practice meditation. And in your meditation, you are thinking that, listen to myself, you are thinking to yourself, today I will be joyful. Today I will not allow that guy in the office to upset me. And that's your meditation every single day. What you've done is that you've conditioned your mind for the type of day you want to experience. And in the process of doing that, you have greater control and command over that particular day. This is extremely vital. Do not play with it. Do not joke with it. Positive energy, all right, and all of that. And the last thing I want to say to you is this. Listen, no matter what happens, keep your courage, keep your joy, right, and pray. Pray. Whenever things look like they're not going well, spend time to pray. Listen, before you talk to anybody, pray. Talk to your God. Talk to your Maker. Because in the process of doing that, it will open you up to see things that you probably have never seen before. Look, I'm very confident that if you do these things, your 2022 is going to be absolutely different, and it will take a different toll altogether. Last thing I probably want to add is, if you can, get a mastermind group. A group of 3, 4, 5, 7 people, 10 people that you guys meet regularly to discuss about business and how you can grow and how you can scale. Listen, don't focus on people that are not going anywhere. Focus on the people who also are going where you want to go. If you need to create new friends, find a way to create new friends. But you need that mastermind group because they encourage you and they keep you on your toes, right? I want to thank you so much once again for being an incredible part of our year 2021. It's been absolutely amazing, with you on this journey. I'm super delighted and grateful to God for you. My prayer for you today is that you will find reasons to rejoice in this season. No matter what the year has been like for you, I'm praying that hope will be stirred up in your heart. And I'm praying that in the year 2022, the goals and the dreams that you desire will find expression in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you so much for being a part of our year 2021. All right. But listen, I'm super grateful for you and I'm thankful for you. And I look forward to seeing you in January in 2022 when we continue our teaching series. We've got exciting things lined up for next year, Q1. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today on Market Faith. Signing out. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance.